thanks everyone for all the questions that you've sent in. We've just got kind of 10 minutes before going and looking at the weather again to give you a few short, snappy answers. So first one's for you actually, Nick. Who's the best cook? Basically boiling water isn't that hard.
It's not really cooking.
I'm a master at it. Who will go up the mast if there is an issue? For sure, I think that's probably going to be me, because I know the boat better, but also I'm slightly lighter and I don't really fancy hoiking him up the mast.
Other perspective, I'm slightly stronger.
In comparison to Super Bigu, do you think the tech on your boat will make a huge difference? Absolutely, really does. But you know, the tech on Super Bigu made a difference as well. It's just that everything has come on and come up. And in particular, you know, we've got faster processors on board, we're managing more data streams, the autopilot has kind of an extra level of ability to steer the boat. So, you know, tech is important for everyone, but you're always going to keep elevating both the performance of your boat and the performance of the tech as much as you can. Is Nick getting any say in the music playlist? Have you managed to muscle any on there, Nick?
Yeah, I think I've got. I'm shipping up to Boston from the Dropkick Murphys on there. A few others snuck in there that maybe you'll find out about later on.
Oh yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Nothing too extreme.
Do you have a target for finishing, or is it about getting to the finish, learning the new foils and not breaking anything? Do you want to field that one?
Yeah, I mean, the objective is obviously to get to the finish in one piece. It always is. Huge amount of learning to do. Looking ahead to kind of future races in the Vendée Globe, and just getting to know the boat better and kind of looking after each other.
But leading on from that, so the next question is, do you have a particular time you would like to beat? And I think that is really kind of depending on the weather. So the winning time in the last time they did this course was 19 days. So we've kind of got that as a benchmark that looks good, but the weather is going to dictate how fast we sail. I think more importantly, we're going to benchmark against the similar boats in the fleet to us, and that is Damien Sigan in Group Apicil, that is Giancarlo Pedotti in Prismian Group, Roman Atanasio in Fortinet Best Western, Benjamin Detroit in Guyot Water Environment. Should we go inside? Next question is, what is your strategy at the start? Nick, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously still waiting to hear exactly how the start line is going to be set up, whether there's a course, a kind of exhibition course or not, but clearly it's just about getting safely across the line and away without any dramas, probably a little less aggressive on the line when we were in the Fastnet.
How do you approach decision making on the boat, especially in case there is a disagreement? So, I mean, generally we kind of have the same philosophy and the same objectives, obviously, for what we're trying to achieve, but ultimately if there is a disagreement, the decision would be mine, because it's my boat.
Yeah, I'm very respectful of the fact Pip is the skipper. You know, some teams have two probably more kind of equal partners, where I'm very much here to support Pip and give everything I can to help with her overriding objectives.
Thank you. Have you any new hats for the race? What will be your top tunes on the playlist? Have you got any new hats?
I've got my England rugby hat, still chasing the World Cup.
Actually,
Pip does seem to appear every watch with a new hat. But,
I do have a new hat. Is this one?
Yeah.
But it's not my favourite.
That was my Christmas present for you. I've got a matching one.
Top tunes off the playlist. So my top tunes are Aretha Franklin, obviously, and if Nick's really lucky, he will get to hear me howling to Aretha at some point. And then at the moment, it's got to be something a bit upbeat, like I would say The Jam is going to be up there, Going Underground. Top tunes for you?
Oh, I just can't imagine being in a state where we can listen to music, but anything that gets me kind of energised, because there's going to be some long nights when you're struggling to keep awake. So.
Yeah, lots of music for me. How to follow the race. So you can follow the race the usual way. There is a race tracker which will be on the TJV website. There is a TJV app. All of these links will be in the text below. But also we'll be sending the usual updates, so you can follow those on our social media channels at Pip Hare Ocean Racing. Can you follow the race on the Yellow Brick tracker? So the race tracker is not Yellow Brick, it's via the TJV app or website, and you can find the link in the text below. How many boats are participating? Putting you on the spot now.
Oh, well, I think there were 40 entered, 40 IMOCAs. I think there's one or two that aren't going to make it, so I guess probably 38 at the moment. I'm kind of quite a geek on this stuff, but I think it's probably the largest fleet of Open 60s ever assembled for an ocean race.
There are more in the Route de Rhum.
In the Route de Rhum?
Yes, there are more in the Route de Rhum,
Okay.
but
a lot of older generation boats then,
yes,
probably.
yeah.
So I think you could say this is easily the most competitive.
yeah, without
in
a
that
doubt.
respect. Then I think there's about 45 Class 40s if anyone's interested, maybe.
So in total 95 boats in the whole race. How will you spend your last day? Relaxing or running another 20k? Actually, I went for a really nice run and a swim this morning. So I will spend we're going to spend half the day tomorrow going through the boat. We tend to kick all of the team off the boat on the last day. Joff will come down, we will go through the boat with Joff, go through all the spares boxes, go through the tools, then we kick Joff off, and then that's the time for me and Nick to kind of set the boat out in the way that we want for the start. So we'll get our first food bags out, we'll hang up the clothes that we want to wear, we'll kind of put the boat into race configuration, and then kind of have half a day to relax. Have you got anything planned for your half?
Not really, just a bit of sleep. I think what people don't maybe understand is at the start, on the start day, it's very frenetic, and then suddenly like the race is on, and all your stuff has to be there. You kind of launch right into race mode. So knowing where your foulies are, you having your water bottle filled, all of this stuff is essential in preparation.
And I've got friends and family out supporting me, so I'm looking forward to just chilling out with them in the afternoon, probably eating a crepe or two, and early to bed.